Hello, my name is Nicole Mann. The behaviorist that I will be presenting to you is Dr. Andy Bondi. Dr. Bondi graduated with an MA and a PhD from the UNC Greensboro. He attained his clinical internship in 1976 from the University of Kansas Medical Center. For more than a dozen years, Dr. Andy Bondi served as the director of a statewide public school program for students with autism. Dr. Bondi is still alive and active in the ABA community. Dr. Bondi presently co-founders the Pyramid Educational Consultants Incorporation, which is an internationally organization of specialists from different fields working together to promote integration of the principles of applied behavior analysis within functional activities and an emphasis on developing functional communication skills. Dr. Bondi is one of the pioneers of the Picture Communication System, better known as PECS. He and his wife, Lori Frost, pioneered the development of the Picture Exchange Communication System, PECS. This is a picture of Andy Bondi and his wife, Lori Frost. Dr. Bondi has a huge impact on the ways students with disabilities are taught to communicate. I worked in many different school systems and settings that service students who have communication impairments. I've even heard educations allude that if all else fails, we've got PECS, as many times communication devices malfunction. Additionally, every one of the school settings that I've worked in had at least one student that used PECS. That is a true testament to how Dr. Bondi and his dedication to functional communication has impacted children in special education classrooms worldwide. There are quite a number of peer reviews, books, and other scholarly sources that Dr. Andy Bondi has authored. I found a handful, 5, that I will share with you during this PowerPoint. They are listed on the following pages. 1. PECS, Potential Benefits and Risks. I work with children who are nonverbal. A few of the children that I work with use PECS. It was interesting to learn how the benefits outweigh the risks when using PECS, especially with so many other communication tools out here. Therefore, I've added this peer review to my annotated bibliography. 2, the unusual suspect myths and misconceptions associated with PECS. Each time I've been trained to use PECS, it has been different. It was great to have a peer review reference to clear up my confusions. 3, the Picture Exchange Communication System. For beginners like me who are fairly new to PECS, this peer review is a must read. This peer review is a great resource for someone like me who is still a little unsure as to how PECS exchanges actually work, which is why I've included this review to my notes bibliography. 4, a common language using BF Skin or verbal behavior for assessment and treatment of communication disabilities in SLP ABA. I found this peer review interesting as I will be taking a verbal behavior course for the second fall 8-week term. This peer review is a great introduction to the science behind verbal behavior, which is why I included this article in my annotated bibliography. 5, Autism Spectrum Disorder in Adolescents and Adults, Evidence-Based and Promising Intervention. This book explores the needs of adolescents and adults with ASD as they mature. Emphasis is placed on applied behavior analysis strategies and interventions that may be used to help individuals who have ASD transition to independent living. This book is relevant to a specific adolescent client that I am currently working with, which is why I added this book to my noted bibliography. If I were to ever have a conversation with Dr. Bondi, here are a list of questions that I'd ask him. 1, how did you get your start in ABA? 2, what do you find to be cutting edge in the field of ABA and how does your work extend it? 3, what are your research plans for the next 5 years? 4, what is the most significant piece of research that you have read in the last year? And 5, where do you see yourself professionally in 5 years? I've also switched that last question to ask who or what influenced your research on communication methods. Dr. Andy Bondy is truly an innovator to the field of applied behavior analysis. Dr. Bondy has written numerous academic publications. His work demonstrates the real dedication that he has for the field of applied behavior analysis and functional communication. Researching his work was enjoyable as each piece provided detailed, valuable information that is needed to enhance proficiency in the area of functional communication. As a beginning behavior analyst, I can take away and mostly appreciate the real life applications that Dr. Bondy provides in his peer reviews and chapter books, as his writing is inclined to provide an illustration of ways one can be an effective communicator. In Dr. Bondy's writings, it is clear to see that he is a man that is committed to the discipline of ABA and the future of functional communication. Here's a list of references. And thank you all for viewing my video. Nicole Mann.